Now to a first in the Arab world and a day that could set the course for Egypt for years to come. After all the violence and revolution we witnessed there for ourselves over a year ago now, this was the day that Egyptians went to the polls in a history-making presidential election. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, is back in Cairo tonight. Richard, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. What a day it's been. For the last 5,000 years, Egypt has been ruled by pharaohs and sultans, kings and military commanders. Now that's starting to change.
Egyptians by the millions turned out to make history.
To feel the freedom and to feel that we are human for the first time.
Mostly it was peaceful as voters lined up in Cairo to choose from among 5 leading candidates. A socialist, 2 Islamists with ties to the long-banned Muslim Brotherhood, and 2 with ties to former President Mubarak. It wasn't always certain this day would come. Last year in Tahrir Square, millions demanded democracy. Today, the protesters are gone. Instead, Tahrir is full of flags and campaign posters as Egyptians are practicing the rights they fought and died in this square to achieve. But the election will be decided in villages like Abu Sir outside Cairo. Many Egyptians live in the countryside, mostly in poverty. This is the heartland, and like all of Egypt, it's divided. It's a choice between continuity and a new direction under Islamic leadership that could see Egypt turn away from 4 decades of pro-American policy. Islamic candidates appeared to be the most organized. We saw Muslim Brotherhood activists helping voters find their names on ballot lists. I support the Muslim Brotherhood because it has long said Islam is the solution, he said. Not everyone agrees. The campaign here has been vigorous. Mass rallies, televised debates. But in this overwhelmingly Muslim country, Islamic candidates have a big advantage: the pulpit. At a recent campaign event, a cleric rallies the crowd. They cheer, "The people want Islamic law." That could mean big changes across the Middle East. The Muslim Brotherhood disagrees with U.S. policy here and has threatened to change or even tear up Egypt's peace treaty with Israel, forged 3 decades ago by President Jimmy Carter. But Carter, here as an observer, is optimistic.
They know that peace for Egypt and for Israel is crucial to their people and to the future. And they all gave me the assurance that the peace agreement with Israel will remain intact.
Egypt is at a crossroads as people here for the first time choose their own future. Voting continues tomorrow. No candidate is expected to win an outright majority, so there'll likely be a runoff next month. Brian?
Richard Engel back in Cairo for us tonight. Richard, thanks as always.